Catholic Social Services of the Miami Valley has been changing lives for generations. In the spring of 1921, Father Francis Gressel opened the first office of Catholic Charities in Dayton. The city and region were still recovering from a decade which saw the flood of 1913 decimate homes and businesses, the Spanish flu, which infected more than 50,000 Daytonians, and a surge of Catholic immigrants living in extreme poverty after fleeing Europe during the First World War. In its early years, the agency relied on volunteers to help it provide for child and family welfare, poverty relief, help for the aged and disabled, and Americanization for immigrants. In 1935, the first professional social workers were hired and began expanding services focused on families and children. This marked the first year Catholic Social Services began facilitating adoptions and finding suitable homes for children in foster care. During the post-World War II years, the agency became a support system for displaced families from Europe, helping them find jobs and housing while assimilating to a new country. In the 1960s, as political unrest and a changing moral pulse caused more people to feel stressed, Catholic Social Services became a pioneer in introducing counseling services. In 1969, the agency found its first permanent office when it took over the recently vacated convent of the Dominican Sisters of the Sick Poor at 922 West Riverview Avenue. This new space created an opportunity to open the food pantry and soon after a significant expansion of programs. In 1978, the footprint of Catholic Social Services expanded to the north with a newly opened location in Sydney serving Auglaize, Mercer, Miami, Darke, and Shelby counties. A new preschool program was opened in the basement of St. James School and later relocated to the grounds of the Veterans Administration. In 1984, the Sydney office became one of two pilot sites for Passport, a Medicaid waiver allowing seniors to receive in-home services as an alternative to nursing home placement. Refugee resettlement work shifted its focus from Vietnamese refugees in the 1970s to people fleeing Bosnia and the Middle East in the 1990s. In 1997, supervised visitation at Irma's house began as a response to growing community concerns about child protection issues. 5 years later, the New Century Capital campaign was launched to finance the building of the Center for Families on Brown Street, a new home for Irma's house, and the majority of Dayton-based programs. In 2019, Catholic Social Services rose once again to the challenge of meeting a new critical need, long-term tornado recovery. While the programs and services have changed over the past 100 years, the mission of Catholic Social Services of the Miami Valley has remained the same.
I am so grateful to have the opportunity to work with such a talented, focused group of staff members, together with our board, our volunteers, our supporters in the community have inspired us to be able to serve with such great devotion for 100 years now.
Providing help, creating hope, and changing lives.